Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving into uh, a topic that's really shifting things in healthcare. It's about how artificial intelligence is, well, starting to revolutionize nursing education. We're looking specifically at a recent scoping review, basically, a big survey of the research mapping out how AI is popping up in nursing simulation training, across all three stages, actually.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how AI isn't just, making old methods digital. It's actually creating brand new ways to help nurses develop their clinical skills. We're talking personalized learning paths, super realistic scenarios, things
Hmm.
like that. This review looked at 14 articles, all pretty recent, from 2020 to 2024. So it gives us a good snapshot of where we are right now.
Right, so how is AI actually doing this? Let's break it down maybe by those three stages of simulation you mentioned. First up is pre-briefing. That's before the simulation even kicks off, yeah. Setting the stage.
Exactly. And it might sound like a small thing, but it's incredibly important. Imagine like chatbots helping students practice taking patient histories. These AI bots, they give consistent, standardized practice and immediate feedback, something a single instructor just can't do for everyone at once.
Okay, that makes sense, like practicing scales before playing a piece.
Sort of, yeah. Or think about AI tools like Midjourney, the image generator, being used here to create really detailed patient backstories, visuals, narrated videos, the whole package. The idea is it helps lower student anxiety and gets them more kind of invested before they face the actual simulation.
That's really clever. Okay, so that's pre-briefing. Then we get into the simulation itself, and you said this is where most of the current AI action is happening.
Yeah, definitely. 11 of the studies focused right here. We're seeing things like virtual environments run by specialized AI software, like AISBS, I think it was called, or even platforms using big models like ChatGPT.
And what are these tools doing in the simulation?
A whole range of things, actually. Improving communication skills training is a big one. Boosting student confidence, their self-efficacy, because they can practice critical decisions safely. Even helping with decision making in like simulated emergency situations.
Wow.
Students interact with these humanoid 3D avatars. And there's some pretty advanced features too, like tone analyzer software. It can objectively assess, emotional responses in their speech, makes it feel very real.
Sounds incredibly immersive. And what about getting access to this? Is it stuck in fancy labs?
That's a great point. No, actually, many are accessible on just smartphones or desktops, so it breaks down a lot of barriers. And a really big plus, it helps reduce the faculty workload.
Ah, okay. How so?
Well, by automating some of the setup, the basic interactions, maybe some initial feedback, it frees up the human instructors to focus on the deeper learning, the more complex discussions.
Got it. Okay, so pre-briefing, simulation, and then the final stage is debriefing, the reflection part. How's AI changing that?
This is also seeing some really interesting developments. One study used a chatbot based on GPT 3.5 specifically for debriefing. It gave really precise, objective, and personalized feedback to each student based on their performance in the simulation.
Personalized feedback. That sounds powerful compared to maybe more general group debriefs.
Exactly. Traditional debriefing is essential, of course, but it can be subjective sometimes, or just very time intensive for staff. This AI system, it led to measurable improvements in student confidence, their knowledge, skills, even their satisfaction compared to the old ways, because the feedback was so targeted.
Okay, so the potential benefits seem huge. More access, standardized learning, that personalization you mentioned. But like with any big tech shift, there have got to be challenges, right?
Yeah.
What did the review say about the hurdles?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't all smooth sailing. There are definitely significant barriers.
Yes.
Technically, for instance, AI still struggles to truly mimic natural human conversation. Understanding different accents, complex sentences, subtle emotions. It's not quite there yet.
Right, the nuances.
Yeah. And system limits, too, like maybe a lag in verbal responses or response windows that are too short, which can kind of break the realism.
And beyond the tech, what about how it affects learning itself?
Good question. Pedagogically, there's a concern that too much solitary VR time might undermine collaborative learning. Teamwork is just so critical in nursing. Plus, you need that balance between automated feedback and, well, essential human insight from faculty. The review also mentioned challenges with AI understanding cultural nuances in patient interactions, which is vital.
That's a really important point.
And then there are practical things like faculty readiness. Are instructors trained and supported to use these tools effectively? That's a big one. And ethical questions too, data security, making sure access is fair for everyone. Potential AI bias, lots to consider.
So, pulling it all together, this deep dive shows AI has massive potential to reshape nursing education. no doubt about it. Better access, consistency, really tailored learning. But it's clearly not a magic bullet. There are real obstacles.
Definitely. It really highlights that if schools want to integrate this successfully, they need to invest in the infrastructure, sure, but also heavily in faculty support and training, and constantly evaluating how well these tools are actually working. It's an ongoing process.
Right. So we'll leave you with this thought to chew on. As AI keeps evolving so incredibly fast, can it ever truly capture those deeply human aspects of nursing? We're talking empathy, cultural sensitivity, or is its best role always going to be as a powerful supplement to human teachers rather than a replacement in shaping our future nurses? Something to think about until our next deep dive.